afterwards. So if you are watching it on replay, please feel free to skip forward to whichever sections that most interest you if you want to just join in as if you are live. So I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody who's on today for today's theme. How are we all doing? Oh gosh, how are we all? So I'm going to pop the who've we got? We've got Winter back again. Hello Hannah. Hi Winter. Let's have some big waves. Hiya. Hello. Oh, so whilst everyone's kind of getting themselves together and getting on board, one of the, I know there's somebody who should be watching on replay who's contacted, the parents contacted me afterwards. We've got, should have Kirsten watching, who's a poet who's very, very good with the rhyming, and my stories rhyme, so maybe you want to try and do some rhyming with your stories today. Maybe we'll talk about that a bit later. And her little brother Ellis, who's 4, so it would be lovely to hear more from those. Henry, hello Henry. Hi Cora. Oh, hi Kirsten. Oh, you're watching live. Fantastic. Lucia, Belle. Oh, lovely to see you, Rose and Shirley. Can't wait. Fantastic. Sienna back for the 3rd week in a row. 100% attendance. Fantastic. Oh, she really enjoys it. Oh, I'm so glad, Hannah. Hi, Danielle. Let's get some big waves, everybody. Hello. Oh, I've been completely thrown by Instagram not working. I'm so upset. Oh, dear. Hello, Sarah from Yusuf and Malik. Hello. Oh, got some good storytellers in today. Oh, lovely. How are we all doing? Oh, fantastic. Oh, so let's have a little, so if there's anybody that's new, maybe we've got some new people who tell me what your name is. Maybe everyone just shout out their name now. Lovely. Well, if you've not watched before, hello, Bella. Oh, and Bella, Isabella there as well. Lovely. If you've not watched me before, my name is Sarah Parkinson and I am a children's author and illustrator. I've written 2 books. These are going to come back to front. But they are available online to buy if you wanted to from Amazon. But that is the only kind of pushing I'm going to do on that, obviously, because we've got some writing to do. But just look for Sarah Parkinson on Amazon and you'll find my books. They are absolutely fine for availability now and everything. I think they just had a bit of the jitters over at Amazon for ordering the books, but it seems to be back to normal now. So fingers crossed. Who we got? Bella and Sophie ready to go. Oh, Lewis is here from Cyprus. Oh, this is exciting. Hello, Lewis. We've got Caitlin, 6 years old in Dublin. Hello, Caitlin. Hello. Oh, Rose is so excited. Oh, got all your pens and paper ready? We're all ready to make some notes and start thinking about what our stories are going to be today. Oh, let's see. Oh, lovely. Let's see if we can take... so what have we got going on? So, grown-ups, obviously, very important time of the live. If we maybe get some love, so getting a cup of tea. Get ourselves all set up. Oh, lovely. I'm so excited. Thank you, Cora. Partha in Wimbledon. Hello. Oh, dear me. So excited. Nearly spilled my drink. It's no good, is it? Oh, lovely. So excited. So, kids, are we ready? Parents, you need to go and get yourselves a cup of tea and get yourself settled. Kids, make sure you've got your pens and paper ready to make some notes and make some stories. And we're going to get going. Right. So today well, I guess you could call it Future Week. You could call it When I Grow Up Week. You could call it Jobs Week. Maybe you're just thinking about different jobs and what you might be doing in the future. So, I mean, what made me think about this is that we've got so many fabulous key workers at the moment that are working hard and working whilst we're safe at home. They're putting themselves out there and they're working hard in all their important job roles that keep everything going, keep food on our tables, keep everybody looked after and safe, fed, and fit. Oh, let's just have a quick... Oh, Poppy and Isaac, Jessica, hello. No problem, Tasha, get that cup of coffee on. And Bella from Bristol, hello, hello. Now, all these important jobs that we've got. So there's the nurses, the doctors, obviously. Got the binnies, got the bin collectors. We've got the posties, the postal service. We've got the police. Oh, the shop workers. We've got, I have to write them down because I was scared I was going to forget anybody. But the fire service. So many different jobs of people that are working at the moment. But obviously there's all sorts of other jobs as well that are that, you know, hopefully when things are maybe a bit more back to normal, we can think about all those ones as well. But that's the best thing about story writing, because you can go into your own little world and think about what jobs you could be doing when you grow up. So I want to, oh, hello, Jacob. Hello, Harriet. Hello. Oh, Jessica would like to be an author like you. Oh, well, this is a good way to go, isn't it? If we start doing some workshops. Lovely. So hopefully there will be some change soon. So hopefully we can get ourselves back to normal. But what I want you to do now, if you are new to this is the part where I get you to close your eyes. Now, you're in a safe space, so it's okay. You don't have to feel silly for doing it. And I just want you all to close your eyes and go into my little world that I'm going to... Oh, vets, yes. Go into my little world. So your eyes closed. Watching you. Okay. So, you close your eyes. And you... land inside a hot air balloon. As you float in the sky among some white fluffy clouds above the world, you decide to go down a bit lower and pick up some super strong binoculars up to your eyes to see what's going down on the earth below, what's going on. You put your eyes up to these large black binoculars and look through them to see what's going on down there. And you see a fire engine blasting down the road, down a twisty lane towards an emergency. You hope everyone will be okay. Oh, we look closer and the fire service stops, and a fireman and woman are trying to get a cat down from a tree. Oh, phew, it's a silly cat. The police are there too, trying to calm down a sweet old lady who is worried about her cat, Mr. Snuggleton. So anyway, you follow the road and see a group of shops. Through a window, you see a man in a white chef's hat stirring a big pot. What's in the pot? Oh, I bet it's lovely. Do you think it's some soup? Okay. And then takes it to someone who's not so well in bed. He gets some into a little bowl and takes them to someone who's not so well. And then there's a nurse stood next to them, next to the person who's not so well. And she's doing everything that she can to make them feel better. And that's what's next. And then along the high street, you see a shopkeeper waving hello to the flower seller, or a florist. Maybe you know they're called a florist. Across the street, she puts out daily newspapers for her customers, and the florist rearranges beautiful roses and lilies to make a lovely arrangement. And you look over at a park and you see someone writing lots of notes in their book as they walk along a winding path. Maybe they're an author, like all of you are right now, writing stories. The path leads to a horse bent down, eating something in a field. It's a bright white horse and it's glittering slightly. A lady brushes its soft, shiny hair, and the horse leans its head back, and it's obviously enjoying it. Only to show a big, long, pretty unicorn horn on the top of its head. Somebody's looking after a unicorn. Could that be what you do? It's your story. Suddenly you see something flash past, and you see a superhero flying across the sky next to you. You thought you were the only one up here, didn't you? You give a salute as they streak off into the distance. Okay, everybody Open your eyes. How are we doing? Oh, hello, Linda. Hi, Mum and Dad. Hi, Sienna. Oh, we want to be a vet and work in the circus. Oh, I bet a circus would need lots of vets, wouldn't they? We'll need a vet, somebody to look after the animals, wouldn't they? Hopefully not lots of vets. I want to be a scientist and an astronaut, Caitlin. That's a fantastic job. My husband's a scientist. It's a very interesting job, isn't it? We've got some scientists. What's that? Do you know what? That's somebody who's working very hard at the moment, isn't it? Scientists are working hard to find medicine to make everyone feel better, aren't they? Oh, so maybe let's have a think now. So you've heard my kind of little look from above at all the different jobs that there might be around the place. Maybe that's brought some ideas as what you might want to be. So if you've got any ideas, maybe let me know, see what else there is. Oh, hello, Millie. I want to be a rock star. Brilliant. That is a brilliant one, Millie. Are you going to have a special name, Millie? Or are you just going to be Millie, the rock star? Are you going to play a guitar? Are you going to play the piano? Oh, Millie, that's a fantastic one. Okay. Winter would like to be a vet for dog Digby. Oh, right, okay, very specific vets just for the dog. Absolutely. I want to help make animals and people better with medicine and study space. Oh, lovely, Caitlin. Lovely. Kirsten wants to be a florist or a teacher. Oh, it's going. Or a pop star. Maybe you could be a florist, pop star, who also teaches. I mean, I'm technically teaching right now, so I'm like an author teacher. So why not? You throw all those into your story, Kirsten. Let's see if we can make it work. Yusuf wants to be oh goodness me, a pulmonologist. Oh, what's that? Oh, do I need to look this one up? Hello, Lauren. I want to be a rock star too. We've got some good rock stars about the place, haven't we? Let me see, because now I've got the extra phone because, oh goodness me, what's a pulmonologist? A medical specialty that deals with diseases involving respiratory tract. Wow, okay, so I should have known that really, shouldn't I? You can tell I've been, that is somebody who finds medicines that helps to do with the respiratory tract, which is to do with your breathing. So that is the perfect job at the moment, isn't it? That would be very helpful at the moment. My lad wants to be a master builder at Lego. Oh, come on, Heidi. You've got to admit that is a very, very cool job. My other half is a scientist and he wants to be a master builder at Lego. Let's see if we can find some Lego pieces. There we go. He's in his pyjamas, but he's wearing a space helmet. I'm not entirely sure why. That's the Lego man, not my husband. Oh, goodness me. Bella wants to be an Egyptologist. Wow, Bella. I want to see what that story is. I want to be an author. Oh, Kate, is that you or is that your daughter or son? I'm a teacher, but I think I'd like to be a presenter on TV. Hey, why not? Why not do some lives like me, and then you can kind of get to have some practice in. Henry wants to be a sheep farmer who also makes cheese in the creamery and grows vegetables for the on-site cafe that overlooks the sheep field. Goodness me, Mummy is apparently going to bake for the cafe. Well, hey, you get to work closely with your son then. I mean, that's nice, isn't it? My brother wants to be a zookeeper. Oh, lovely. A zookeeper's a brilliant job, isn't it? Perfect. Imagine looking after all those lovely animals that we were talking about last week. You can look after a koala or a sloth. What have we got here? Lewis wants to be a famous DJ and comic book writer. Comic books are also a fantastic way of getting some stories across, aren't they? It's good for the older ones as well. Oh, fantastic. So we've got some really good job roles going on here, haven't we? Lovely. So, I mean, I guess the thing that you want to be thinking about is what you enjoy the most. If you are a bit stuck, think about what you enjoy. So if you enjoy writing, maybe you want to be an author. If you enjoy drawing, maybe doing drawing with me has made you think, oh, maybe I want to kind of be a bit creative, and maybe you want to be a clothes designer because that takes some drawing, doesn't it? or you want to paint, you want to be a potter, paint like bowls and cups. I don't know if you've been to like a somewhere where you can paint pots. That's really good. So maybe you could do that as your job. If you like talking, you could be a telepresenter, like the teacher that was on the in the comments there, or you could be on the radio. Or maybe you want to be. Let me just shut my door. Hang on a second. Very shouty young girl at the moment. Maybe you want to look after people, like a nurse or a doctor or a fireman, which obviously that you have to be very brave, don't you, to be able to deal with all of that. So you're not just rescuing cats from trees. That is probably, I'm sure, do many firemen come across that? What else we got? Oh, we've got some good ones here. Let's see. We've got a good reader. Got Rosie, who wants to be an artist or a dancer. Ooh, an artist dancer. Maybe you dance whilst you paint. Winter would like to put cats, dogs and bunnies in her story as a vet when she is older. That's a lovely one. Billy liked the Lego man. Hubby says the helmet was in case he gets knocked out of bed by his wife. Probably. I like being bossy. Teacher is definitely the job for me, Katie. Yeah. Let's see. My brother is writing a diary. That's a very good idea at the moment. If you like writing, if you wanted to write a diary at the moment, that is a very, very good thing to be doing. And just write about what's happening and what it's like. What you've been getting up to keep busy, what you've been eating. Because whilst you think it might not be very interesting right now, somebody in the future will want to read that diary, definitely. Even when it's boring times, it's normal times. I love looking back at my old diaries when I was a little girl. Maybe I'll share some of those. As a teenager though, so maybe not quite so not so fun. Okay, so I've not done my little cards today, have I? So that's your beginning. You want to think about who is your you. So for your beginning part, I want you to think about about what job you want to do and where you might be, what you might be, set the scene as to what is happening in your story, okay? So make some notes. So we're going to quickly go from beginning to middle. Don't know why I feel I need to do the music to go along with it, but hey. So, is it a day in the life for you in that job? Is it, so maybe what could be happening to you in that job? What are you dealing with? I mean, maybe what exciting thing could be happening to a person that's doing that job? You think about what you could be getting up to in the future. I mean, maybe you're thinking about what year it might be or how old you might be. Maybe get your mum and dad to help, or your grown-ups to think what it is that could be detailing the story. Oh dear. Don't know if you can hear my little one. She's having a little bit of a strop. Let's see. So, oh dear. What's in there? So what? Also, obviously your middle is all about what problems you might have. So maybe you're talking about what could be exciting, but maybe there's a problem that you fix. You're the person that fixes the problem because of your job. Oh, let's see. Harriet would like to be an author, an illustrator, and a ballet dancer. Oh, I love that idea. Why not be able to do? You could do one of those things as being a hobby on the side and get paid for some of it, or just do all of those things. Why not be all of those things when you grow up? Catnip, time travel to the future and becomes a news presenter. Wow. The Adventures of Catnip from Cora is a series that I want to get on board with. Maybe you're going to write a series from something that you've written from one of the previous weeks. Maybe you just want to do something different every time. So there we go. So that's our middle. It's a bit of a kind of, because there's so much in the who you are and thinking about all the different things that you could be doing in that job. want you to write down what you think that the what you could be coming across. So then we come to the ending. So in our ending, we want to be thinking about what the best bit of your job is that you're doing. That's might be quite a good way to a good way to finish it. So if you think about so let's look back at some of these comments. So a ballet dancer, maybe you finish on a ballet show. Maybe, you know, you're talking about a day in the life and you're writing during the day, and then you finish and you quickly get your ballet gear on, and then you're going quickly into a ballet show, and then you finish on a big pirouette and applause, and maybe all of the people who write your books go and see you dance. Oh, lovely. Let's see. Then maybe, how else could we finish these stories? Have we got any suggestions of what we got here? Presenter, I could get to meet my idols. Yeah, absolutely. Problem, double booked. Yeah. As a master Lego builder, I would have unlimited pieces and I would just build anything. Wow, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you just? You could build a whole house made out of Lego as a master builder, couldn't you? You could. Let's see. Oh, God, that's amazing, isn't it? What a great idea. Oh, now that we're thinking about our endings, I want you to think then how, I mean, maybe if it's maybe Cora, the time traveling is a great way, isn't it, to think about how you're going to tell your story. Maybe you travel forward into the future and you meet yourself. And you see what you do. And then at the end, you're travelling back home, but you come back and you know what you're going to do when you're older. So you know what you need to do at school and what you need to work hard at. It's a good thing to do, definitely. Right, okay then. Older ones. So whilst the young ones are maybe thinking a little bit about what their stories might be, older ones, I want you to think maybe, I mean, you could do a few different ways of doing your story. You could do it as a story. You could do it as maybe a bit of non-fiction, which is where it's not where it's all based in where it's all true. And maybe you do a magazine article. Maybe you're doing a magazine article and you're interviewing yourself, or you're interviewing the person who does the job that you want to do when you're older. Maybe it's like an OK Magazine spread, and you're on a big, lovely couch in a big mansion, or maybe you're it's for a magazine like National Geographic or something, or you know, one of the older magazines where it's all about nature, and it's a little interview. You're interviewing you. That'd be exciting. All of the special things that you've done to get there. Lovely. Another idea is maybe, so if you're painting, literally painting a picture of the future, and you're writing, saying what it is that's changed. I mean, one thing that I thought is when I was at school and I was in primary and infant school, there were no phones around. There were phones in houses, but there were no mobile phones around. So we couldn't kind of run around and be talking on the phone a lot. There was none of that. You had to go and get 10p and go to a phone box. So if that much has changed for me in that time, how much could change for you? What could there be? Could there be robots running around, like robot butlers? Could there be aliens, or could there be, I mean, I'm getting very space agey now, but what could we have? What amazing things could happen? Let's see. So Catnip wondered how to get back, tripped over, and time travel back to the present. Oh gosh, she's always tripping over, isn't she, Catnip? Dearie me. Like Ed Sheeran, build a Lego house. Absolutely, Heidi. I'm on board with this story. Oh, thank you, Cora. ending. It would be great if I made multi-millions, but I'd probably get brought down like the media. Usual story. Oh dear. Yeah. Hey, makes for a good story to write now though, doesn't it? An interesting one to read. Maybe you kind of reach rock bottom, but then you fight your way back up again and become a success. Daniel's story is about an inventor whose invention goes crazy and blows up the world. Oh my goodness, Daniel, I hope that doesn't come true. Oh, I love the idea of an inventor though. Ooh, what could you invent? I'm coming back to Karateka's Potts in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know if you've seen that one. He's got a fab house with loads of different inventions that make his breakfast, and he made Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which is an awesome car. If you've not seen that film, I recommend it. Everything went neon in the space of 3 years, says Cora. Wow. The world gets taken over by robots, Sarah. Oh, gosh. We know who the robots are. Are they all going to be dead lifelike? It's all getting a bit scary now. We need to kind of like rope it back. So, how are we all doing? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this idea as a story? I mean, the other thing that we can do as well is focusing on like the heroes that we've got working at the moment. Maybe you wanted to write a story about the people working on the front lines at the moment who are working in the shops, working in the hospitals, or you just wanted to write stories, or maybe you want to write a little. Maybe you want to do my drawings today, and we've got our drawing workshop tomorrow. Maybe you want to do some drawings, and maybe do something to put up in the window for the key workers in the NHS, or so I don't know how you'd get cards to them, but I think there's you can certainly do cards for your postman, or for your if you've got a milkman, or your bin man. Pop a little note on top of the bin to say thank you, and do a little drawing. Let's have a look. So Bella's story is about looking after koalas and helping them get better when they get sick. Oh, that's lovely, Bella. Lovely. Caitlin wants to write about being stuck in space and she finally gets free because an alien saves her. Oh, that was lovely. Did they make friends with the alien then? What does the alien look like? Lots of eyes and lots of arms, or is it somebody who looks quite normal? Is it just a green person? On board with helping key workers, definitely, absolutely. Anything that can give a little bit of, after the hard day, giving them a little bit of a smile on their face, perhaps, so just give them a little bit of something to keep them going. And I know that children's drawings always make me feel wonderful. So this is why I love doing what I'm doing at the moment, because I'm just getting constant little happy drawings coming through to me, which is lovely. Keeping me going at the moment. My mum is a zookeeper and she might have to go to work tomorrow. Oh, gosh. Oh, hey, that's fine though, because we need to make sure that the animals are looked after, don't we? There's people that are keeping everything going, and some people do have to go to work, don't they? And if you are lucky enough to be able to stay at home and have your family stay at home, then you've just got to be able to do our bit and stay in. It's most have talked about all this, isn't it? I usually manage to keep off this subject, don't I? But I think it's important, and everybody needs to be doing their bit, don't they? So important. So, shall we move on to the drawing segment? This is something that even, how I get nervous about drawing a horse. I can get nervous about drawing people, but thankfully I am a bit more confident now. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's turn you around. Are we ready? Kirsten's story will be about her dog, Charlie, fantastic dog name, who wants a job. He tries human jobs for a while and has loads of disasters before finally finding dog jobs like a sniffer dog and a guide dog. So he finds where he belongs. Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely idea for a story. What a fantastic premise. Maybe somebody else wants to do something similar as well. What's the best thing about this is being able to share ideas and inspire each other. So maybe there's something different that other people can do as well. Lovely. Oh, thank you so much, Stephen, for sharing that with us. And Kirsten, I'm very excited about your story. Oh, lovely. Is Ellis watching as well? Right, okay, I'm going to turn you around to the drawing part of the day. How are we all doing? Can everybody see? Swipe across to get your comments off if you're wanting to do that. Oh, that is an amazing story idea, Kirsten, from Caitlin. Oh, we got some friends on now. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Okay. So today you're going to learn how to draw. I'm just going to put person, but tomorrow maybe we can get a little bit more inventive. Person. Okay, so swipe across to get your comments off the screen if you're wanting to be able to see what's below, because now we haven't got Instagram without with their comments stuck on the screen. And I'm going to start you off by, I want you to think about how much space you've got on the page, and you've got to think that you've got to fit a whole person on there. So I'm going to draw a circle for the head in the top half. Get down so I can see. Right, you ready? How's our heads going? Lovely stuff. Okay, so we've got a head. I want you then to just for now, we're not going to draw any hair or anything. We can do that later. We're just gonna draw eyes and a mouth, but we will cover hair today and things. Now the eyes, if you imagine, you've got your circle here, your eyes actually want to be just above halfway down the circle. Does that make sense? So imagine there's an imaginary line halfway down your circle, and it's just above that where your eyes want to be. So I'm just going to do two little dots for the little eyes for today. We can go into something trickier later. Okay, I'm going to draw a little nose, which is just going to be a little bloop. Okay, bloop, just underneath it. It does help if you do the noise. It really does. And then we're going to draw a big smile. It's a happy person, isn't it? Now you could draw some cheeks on there as well. And maybe if you've got some colours, you can do this later if you want to. But as my red's here, I'm going to add a little bit of blush. This is very happy. Okay, so next we just need to draw a little neck. So it doesn't have to be dead long, just a bloop bloop. And then on the neck, so we're going to draw the top of the t-shirt. Now I don't know if you kind of just turn you around to me. T-shirts tend to be circular at the bottom like this, don't they? They don't go straight across generally. A little curve. So what we'll do is a little curve just underneath. And then I want you to draw the body a bit. Now watch me, because this bit is where you can get, if the sizings of all the different body parts are wrong, this is where like a lot of drawings of a person might go wrong. So if you draw a line out from the neck, but only as far as the head, okay? Just out to there. And I'll explain why in a minute, because that's not the end. That one. Then I want you to draw a bit of the body. It's just going to be square. It's going to look strange to begin with, but it'll look good in the end. So it's going to be more of an oblong, I guess. Bit of a long square. Okay, hope you're with me. And then again a curvy line at the bottom. Now I want you to draw the top of a t-shirt. It's on a bit of a wonk, isn't he? I always managed to do that. Well, I'm sticking with it because you guys would do. Okay, so we're going to draw the top of a t-shirt. So what we do, from the top of the shoulder, we do a little bloop, little triangle like that. I like to do curvy bottoms on there. Sounds wrong. There we go. And then we are going to, let's leave the arms for now. We'll come back to the arms, and I want you to draw some trousers. Ready? Looks like he's got no arms at the moment, doesn't it? Got a bit of a hipster stance, this guy. So maybe he's about to do some jazz hands. So we've got some nice legs. And then, what's the way that I like to draw boots? Does anybody remember? Little semicircle. 2 lines. So, get my wiper. Let's draw some boots. Hope we're all following okay. Let's have a look. I drew a pea person with a headband, Cora. Oh dear, I love these. Right, okay. Next, we're going to draw some legs. Legs? No, we've got legs. Come on, focus. We're going to draw some arms. Which, I know it can be a little bit kind of awkward for some people to draw arms. So let's do the easy version first. So we can do just having them by the sides and just draw, again, some little semicircles for hands. It's like we've just got the hands by the sides. See what I mean? So line down the side in the t-shirt. We don't have to draw the other side of the arm, do we? Because that's tucked right up next to the t-shirt. So we just need to draw one line and a little semicircle. And then we've got our arms. I'll come into doing some different arms in a second, but what we're going to do now, I'll show you how to do some cool hair. So what do we need? We need some ears on this person, don't we? So round about level with the eyes, just draw some little semicircles just off the side, just little ones. Our little cheeky chappy or chappette. I can't see anymore. I can't hear you either. Try signing on again, Sarah, if you can't. Well, if you can't hear me, that's not good. You won't be able to hear my instructions, but do sign on again. Do watch it. If any of you get it where the screen's stuck or anything like that, just sign on and sign back on again. Go off the page and then go back onto the live. So let's do some hair. So we can very easily make some changes to make this a boy or a girl, obviously. Or a boy with long hair or a girl with short hair. However you want to do it, really. But let's do some... Can you do that? Shall I show you how to do that hair? Shall I show it you big? Just like grass, isn't it? Or waves. Or a big leaf. And maybe a couple of wisps at the front there. That one's a bit of a funky one, isn't it? It's like a comb over, doesn't it? What do you think? So we could do our hair like that. We could do our hair... Let's give him top of the head again. Let's make it a girl with some funky pigtails. Or we could, let's think, maybe it's a nurse and she's got a bun. Now, that brings me into what my thinking is for tomorrow. If you send me in your professions, your jobs that you're doing for your stories, and I will try and cover as many as I can and show you how to turn this person into that job. So a rock star. Oh my lord. Omar, you don't want to see what my 4-year-old has drawn. Oh, I'm sure it's fine, Heidi. Let's have a look at hands. One thing you can do with your hands is have them tucked into pockets. Maybe you could draw some pockets. Gosh, that looks awful, doesn't it? This is why you shouldn't do it after the fact, isn't it? Just, oh, goodness me. This is what I get for not having a drink whilst I'm doing this, isn't it? He's just chilling with his hands in his pockets. Or she is. Make it a she. What other things? Maybe I'm going to make him do make this one do jazz hands. This is where maybe having a whiteboard is quite handy because you can just rub out, add them in again. Should we maybe give her a skirt as well? Not that all girls have to wear skirts. So when you're doing your legs, maybe she can still have boots on. I can draw other things. Just a nice skirt. Of course, making life hard of myself by trying to keep the same. Maybe she's wearing some funky boots. I just like drawing boots. And maybe she's doing. Hey, maybe it's our ballet dancer. Let's make the skirt a bit more. I'm sure I could probably do you a better ballet dancer tomorrow. But maybe she's dancing. And that is one way that you can get around doing the whole hand, because hands are awful to do, aren't they? You could just do little circles for hands if you like. Who cares, hey? Made a lovely little person there. Lovely. So, on that note, I'm going to say, so I'll maybe leave that on the screen for you a bit longer if you wanted to keep it on. So for tomorrow, it's our drawing workshop, and I will be looking at making more people for you. But if you've got any extra little requests, I'm sure we could bring in some extra bits and pieces. Just put your requests onto a post that I will put on Facebook shortly, fingers crossed. Oh no, we've frozen. We'll watch back at the end later. Oh, sorry, Jacqueline. Yes, if you send me your requests by tonight, pardon me, at 8 o'clock, then I've got a chance to kind of prepare. And I know that obviously it's Easter on Sunday. How do you guys feel? I mean, I could potentially do a bonus live on Friday. So I'll see what the reaction is to that, maybe. But I would like to maybe show you again how to draw some bunnies or chicks, and it's all things that we've already covered. So maybe I'll just put a few videos of clips together of how to draw those things for you. Unless you've got some special requests, let me know. Maybe I'll cover them tomorrow. We'll see. So get me all your requests in, and if there's loads, I might do an extra live on Friday. Otherwise, I'll get it all covered tomorrow. So if you've got any Easter requests, if you've got any requests for today's story, I hope you've managed to get some inspiration for some good stories this week. So let me know. Please make sure that you send me your pictures. And grown-ups, I've got the... I'll put a post on Facebook for you to be able to send all of your pictures to. If you've got some pictures to share, I'd love to see them. That's what makes everything just wonderful and makes everything worthwhile for me, just being able to see all the pictures. Kirsty's looking to draw these. Oh, looking forward. We could do baby chicks, yeah. Oh, I've got that on one of my previous lives, so I'll show you. I might maybe show you again tomorrow. We'll see how we go. If not, I'll do a little video with a few drawing bits in there. Yes, so if you send me pictures to the post that I'll put up on Facebook for all the drawings and stories, I'll tell you where to post them. There'll be a post for all of your drawing requests to go to, so you can put all of your suggestions in there. And if you've got any videos, I love seeing the videos as well of people presenting, of the kids presenting their stories. Yeah, definitely. Please send those. But if you could send those to my email address, that would be great, because then I'll be able to share them everywhere. And not just where they've been on Facebook. If I could put them onto Instagram as well. I feel a bit bad on Instagram today that we've not been able to have the comments from Instagram. So I'm very sorry. I'm trying to think of the regulars on Instagram. Marianne, oh gosh, Amani, and no use for Malika on here, aren't they? So yes, it would be lovely to be able to see your videos and everything as well. Make sure you put names and ages on there as well, please, so that I can put all the information on that we can. Otherwise, I think it's time for saying bye-bye, and we will see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock for some more drawing. Hope you've all enjoyed today, and hope you've got some lovely stories planned. Oh, thank you, Linda. Oh, bless you. Thank you very much, Linda. Okay, bye, everybody. Big waves. Bye. No problem. Bye.